As he climbed the stairs to the merchant's house, the boy heard the sound of hammering. He waited outside the door until it opened and the merchant came out, wiping his brow. "Here is your 10 rupees, said the merchant. The boy took the money and hurried to his father. On the way, he walked past the well. Looking at its dark mouth, he suddenly felt that 10 rupees were not his own. He wanted more. He stood still. His mind raced. What if he made enough to buy a new toy, or maybe enough to buy his favorite sweet and share with his friends, or maybe enough to show his father and win a smile? The boy sighed. It would take ages to earn so much. Suddenly, a peddler selling watermelons passed by. The boy had an idea. He helped the peddler carry his wares, and by the end of the day, they had sold all of them. The boy put the earnings in his pocket and went to his father. "I have earned these for you," he said. The father looked up. A slow smile spread on his lips. He ruffled the boy's hair. "That's my boy. Come, let's eat together." That night, the boy slept early, tired but happy. Each time he woke up, he remembered the days he spent working, eating dinner with his father and the taste of money he earned. It was different from the money his mother gave him, different from the money his grandfather gave him. The money he earned made life so much sweeter. It tasted like success. It tasted like self-respect. It tasted like true wealth. The boy knew now that the world was bigger than his little corner, and he was capable of more than he thought. From then on, the boy worked hard. He saved every penny. He never forgot the taste of money he earned. Every evening when he sat with his father, he would tell him about the day's earnings and his plans for the future. His father listened, nodding, sometimes sharing stories of his own youth. In those quiet evenings, the boy saw his father not just as a rich businessman, but as a young man who had once toiled to build his life. Those were the best evenings of the boy's life. They were simple, honest, and real, like the taste of money you earn. Once upon a time in a village, there lived a boy who helped his father in his shop. One day the father asked him, "Go to the market and get a heavy trunk from the merchant. We need it for the shop." The boy went to the merchant, but the trunk was much heavier than it looked. So he walked and stumbled and walked some more. Sweat ran down his neck. His arms shook. By the time they reached the merchant's house, the boy's back burned and his feet trembled. But he was paid 10 rupees, warm from another man's hand and warmer from his own effort. He clutched the money as if it might fly off like a sparrow. When he reached home, he placed the notes in front of his father. "Here," he said, trying to stand straight. The father looked at the money. "Throw it into the well," he said. The boy froze. The words fell like a stone inside his chest. "Father, please," his voice shook. "My whole body aches. My back has rashes. My legs feel like wood. Don't ask me to throw this away." Tears stood in his eyes, real ones. He was not acting. He was not lazy now. He was tired, sore, and suddenly wide awake to a new truth. The father's face softened into a quiet smile. "You could throw away your mother's coin and your grandfather's coins without a second thought," he said. "But today the money carries your sweat. Now you feel the pain of waste." He put a hand on his son's shoulder. "This is the value of labor. What is given freely can be tossed freely. What is earned with effort becomes precious. You guard it. You plan it. You do not throw it into any well." Silence settled between them, good silence, warm and clear. The boy understood at last. He had not simply earned 10 rupees. He had earned respect for work, for time, for the ache that turns into pride when a job is done. That night, the boy ate his meal slowly. Every bite felt deserved. He washed his plate without being asked. He slept deeply, and his dreams were not of games or gifts, but of mourning, of tasks, of a body growing strong under honest weight. Days passed. He carried sacks. He swept floors. He ran small errands and learned to greet people with steady eyes. He counted his coins with care and kept them safe. The well still stood in the courtyard, but it was no longer a place to throw away what mattered. It had become a reminder. Value sinks when you do not respect it.